All right, cookies, we have an awesome topping guide here today. I'm extraordinarily excited to present the Moonlight Cookie legendary topping guide for you here today. So thank you for tuning in. Appreciate the likes and the subs. As always, other great ways to stay connected down below. Now, if you happen to have a question or comment throughout today's episode, do let me know. You'll also find the timestamps down there where we will talk about Moonlight Cookie. We'll give you the topping guide. We'll go for a run and showcase Moonlight Cookie as well with the team. And last but not least, pull it all back together for us here in today's topping guide episode. So let's get going here when we cover off on Moonlight Cookie. So the first thing is, I was extraordinarily lucky. If you follow the channel already, you'll know in some of the shorts that we got Moonlight Cookie on the very first poll. I recommend, a lot of fun. I was absolutely floored. Fun fact story there for you. And while we're here, Moonlight Cookie. So what is Moonlight Cookie? This is the new legendary cookie. It's a magic cookie, a middle lane cookie. Now, Moonlight Cookie, his moveset here is Dream of the Night Sky. It's a 15-second cooldown where Moonlight Cookie falls asleep in the night sky and dreams a dream where stars fall onto the enemy's heads, dealing damage and applying a damage increase debuff. Then bright moonlight illuminates the battlefield, dealing damage to the enemies and putting them to sleep. Enemies that don't fall asleep become drowsy and will eventually fall asleep when the resistance statuses wear off. When Moonlight Cookie awakens, she will restore her own HP. She will also restore her own HP upon awakening from sleep effects cast by enemies. Additionally, here, being a dweller of the world of dreams, Moonlight Cookie is not susceptible to the beckoning dreams effect. Very important there as well for the new PvE stuff. Damage relative to max HP is capped at 300,000, so keep that in mind. Now, here's the damage. Plus 25% for 12 seconds, stacks up to 1 time. Starlight periodic damage up to 10 ticks for 1.8 seconds. 106% damage per tick. Additionally, Starlight damage there, 5.5% of max HP cookies. Starlight ignoring damage resistance, 40%. Moonlight damage cookies, 125% of attack plus 3%, or true damage, which is very important, proportional to max HP, plus sleep, 2 seconds damage others, 255% of attack, sleep, 2 seconds drowsiness, attack speed, minus 15%, move, minus 15% for 15 seconds, and then that self-healing of 30% of attack. Wowzer. Absolutely a ton of things here for this particular cookie. So what do we do? Well, here's what we do when we go to our topping. So a couple ways to approach this. One, certainly you can go with more damage. 2, you could go with survivability as well for some solid almonds. However, in our case, we did go with Swift Chocolate. Now, I prefer Swift Chocolate because of all the things listed there, taking advantage of all that, the sleep, the damage resistance debuff kind of a thing there, and that move set. So very, very important for us to take advantage of that. Again, depending on what you're focused on. I like this both for PvE and PvP as an option there for you. In this case particular though, however, in terms of bonus effects, what should we be focusing on? Obviously, again, if we're still on cooldown reduction, more cooldown is great. Here, we're also going to want survivability. Survivability is great. Damage resistance, defense, HP, and that attack. So those are kind of the big key ones that I would focus on as the tier 1, tier 2 there for this particular cookie. Everything else will kind of fall off. Again, certainly important, but not as important as some of these other things as you look to tweak and maximize the value on your cookie toppings here. So when it comes to Swift Chocolate, let's take a look at what we have here. We do have cooldown on all these. I think I did some presets. So we got defense HP. That's great. Yep. Crit percent, crit resist. Those two aren't great. Here we got damage resist, attack speed, and HP. That's all right. Survivability. Here we got more cooldown, attack speed, damage resist. This one's great. 5% being very, very high there. The 1 to 6. We got 5, not bad. And then last one here, we got cooldown, damage resist, and defense. So overall, pretty solid. Again, not fully maxed. I would say probably around 8 out of 10 here, as we've hit all the additional cooldowns. Again, these are some of those pre-build ones. Is in the middle, but closer on a more biased at 2%, which is great. And then additionally, lots of that damage resist defense in terms of survivability, which is super helpful on squishy cookies. So that is how we've topped Moonlight. So with that, let's go ahead now and take Moonlight for a spin with the team, because we absolutely love doing this. Hopefully you're having fun with Dream Express here. You can check out my 15-17 guide if you're struggling on dark mode there. Let's go back to our story though. I always like to, again, go to Hall of Enlightenment, play 1029. This is my favorite one for us because of those two toppings. And then let's go ahead here and find the team that will shift. Here we go. We got Moonlight Cookie here while we're on this one, and give her a swing. Let's go ahead. Oh yeah, and a very powerful team there with all those legendaries and so much fun. We are going to get rid of auto. We're going to go a little bit slower here in terms of what we have going on. Now, I will make haste here with Moonlight Cookie so you can see exactly how this moveset works and the skills. So here you go. Boom, all the stuff and the big hit there. Now we got a cooldown. Let's see here. We'll use it on the next one. Obviously, these cookies are super strong in terms of taking these things down. Let's get going with our manual click here in a second. There we go. So you can see it going off. Boom. So we go down to 8 seconds. So very powerful. That keeps that 10-second stack clicker on top of that as well, which is very important for us and with this moveset like we talked about. All right, here we go. Let's go with this. And then additionally, those ticks are very good depending on some of the enemies that we've ran into. One being the chocolate planet there, or Choco Planet. In terms of a guide, could be some potential there. All right, so that is Moonlight Cookie for us here today. Let's go ahead and go back and wrap up today's episode and topping guide. Thank you, Moonlight Cookie. So we covered Moonlight Cookie. We talked about the strategy there, ultimately covering off on Dream of the Night Sky, talking through why we went with the Swift Chocolates versus some of the other ones out there as well, and why our preference on that for this particular cookie. Definitely seen it in PvP, so keep an eye out there. Great in PvE as well. Obviously great for the new Dream Express as well cookies. So with that, thank you for tuning in again. As always, thank you for the likes, thank you for the subs. Appreciate the support. Great ways to stay connected here on the channel. If you have a question, if you have a comment, do let me know. On top of that, we got the Discord server. You can come swing by and say hi. All right, with that, cookies, I wish you the best. Good luck getting Moonlight Cookie as well, and certainly check out a lot of the other content here on the channel, and go check out that really lucky first time pull, I like to say. So with that, until next time, Mythras Cookie out of here. I wish you the best.